Alright, people. We are right now making a video of the roster. The roster of AAW and NEW. As you can see, these are most of the wrestlers that are currently in the show right now, that are being used frequently, and additional wrestlers that we have in the bag. We're going to introduce to you our rosters and some of their title histories. The first team we're going to probably do is the one that's been dominant since '07. We would like to call them known in this show currently right now as the Radicals. Smile in front of the camera, you four. Alright, the leader is of course Chris Benoit. Though he may be deceased in real life, we still use him.
We keep his memory alive.
Yep. Chris Benoit on this show is an 8-time World Heavyweight Champion. He has the most in a singles World Championship title. He's also a 5-timer with Edge. And he's also won the Intercontinental title once, United States twice. And he's also a Royal Rumble winner with fellow superstar The Rock. I'll explain on that later. And Chris Benoit has also won the Money in the Bank of SummerSlam 2006. And now, introducing his other fellow teammates. This is what we like to call Bootleg Edge. We lost our original Edge some time ago. We can't find him right now. Until we do, this will be the Edge figure, the one with the leather jacket. Edge in this show is a 2-time World Heavyweight, 2-time AAW. He's also won the tag titles 5 times with this superstar. And Edge in this show is also a Money in the Bank winner. Next is Christian. This superstar's history is kind of like how you would say special. We had a long hair Christian years ago, but after an accident, his arm kind of, let's just say, got dislocated. After his dislocation, that Christian figure was no more, so we just made it as a storyline that Christian would never be able to wrestle again. 2 years later, this Christian figure came in, and we decided to bring him back using that same storyline. Now he's on the team. He's a 1-time NEW champion, 2-time AAW during his return. In our show, he's won Comeback of the Year. And he's also like a 3-time tag, 2 with Edge and 1 with Roadhog, which will be the next superstar we're going to explain now. Do not laugh. Yes, he's a disembodied figure. But all in all, I used him back in the year 2000 when I had no figures. I decided to bring him back for this show to spice up something new with the group. Yeah, he might be disembodied, but at the same time, when he's used properly, he could become something more. We call him Roadhog Taker. He rides on a motorcycle similar to the badass version of Undertaker. In this show, he's won the championship about 3 times. And currently, he has that type of gimmick that says, I do whatever the hell I want type of thing. That does it for the Radicals. Next team is our version of the Straight Edge Society, which includes CM Punk, The Big Show, Chris Masters, and Bam Bam Bigelow. As you can see, CM Punk is this team's leader. This is the model with hair, of course. And CM Punk in this show has won the NEW championship, and he was the first one to ever win it, and he's won it about 3 times. Any more title histories you got to give out?
He's a 2-time tag team with Maven, and he was one of our best wrestlers since we got him.
He still is. Right now with this team formation. Chris Masters. Well, hate to say it, but Chris Masters on this show has yet to win a championship. But all in all, his Master Lock still proves to be very deadly, and he's a valuable asset to the Straight Edge Society. And the Big Show, of course. The biggest man of this group. The world's largest athlete. In this show, he has won the NEW championship once. He won the tag titles twice with another fellow superstar, the Great Khali Lee. In the NEW world, they were the two to last the longest with the championships. And Bam Bam Bigelow. In real life, he may be deceased, but once again, we're using him in toy fiction. Bam Bam. Currently, as I said, it's with the Straight Edge Society. That's about it for the Straight Edge. Now we go on to the Orgoth Squad. Another four-man group. Their current leader is who we like to call Orgoth the Relentless. In this show, he's a 5-time AAW champion. He has the most reigns, and he ties with a fellow superstar, Diamond Dallas Page, who is no longer with us, but I'll explain on that later. Orgoth in this show is known as the Powerhouse, as you can see from his physique. Orgoth has also won the first ever and only Elimination Chamber in our show, but ever since then we haven't really did the Elimination Chamber often. Sooner or later we might. Orgoth has also won the 2006 Royal Rumble. He's also he's a 2-time or 3 tag team champion with fellow superstar Test. Don't miss Orgoth out, because Orgoth will soon be doing more in the show than you expect. And damn, in this camera he looks kind of bigger, but here is the Great Khali. The Great Khali in this show has won the NEW Championship once. Tag teamers, as I said, with Big Show about twice. Longest reign. The Great Khali is, of course, one of the biggest superstars we have in this show.
Is the biggest superstar we have in this show.
Yeah, pretty much. And he's with this group. Now on to the Samoan Bulldozer. Ooh, my God.
He also may be deceased, but we still keep his memory alive.
Yeah, by using the actual figure, along with another deceased, but use the memory superstar Test. Now, between these two, Umaga and Test makes a great asset to the group. Test is the co-leader, while Orgoth is the main leader. That's about does it for the Orgoth Squad. Now we're going on to the other superstars we currently use. Here's the created slots, as we like to call it. It consists of this freaky little guy. I mean, look at him. Don't he look like a freak? We call him Scorpion. Scorpion, he has really yet to win a championship in this show, but trust me, his finisher is nothing to laugh at. We call the finisher Sting of the Scorpion. If you tune in often, you'll find out what it is and how it's performed. And this is our bootleg version of The Miz, since we kind of misplaced him. So we use this old Shannon Moore figure as The Miz until we can actually find him like we do with Edge. The Miz in our show, The Miz in our show is, he has yet to win a championship also, but he's improving day in and day out. In this show, he took out the legendary Ric Flair. But, all in all, Ric Flair, as you can see here, went through another storyline with The Miz after disappearing for a few months. And now he's back on the roster. And another creative superstar, we call him Kaiser. Yes, he's a Batman figure, Bruce Wayne, but we call him Kaiser in this show. As you can see, he actually has a good physique for a creative superstar. Kaiser has won the United States Championship once, and basically, that's all the championships he's won. For right now, this is Kaiser. Now we're going to introduce to you guys our champions. Here, Bobby Lashley and Batista form a stable called the Dominators. Batista, in this show, he's currently the AAW champion. He has won the World Heavyweight title 4 times. He's also won the tag titles twice with fellow superstar right here, Bobby Lashley, in their current stable. This is a heel stable, as I said, the Dominators. Bobby Lashley has won the NEW Championship twice, and he's a current right now. As I said on his end, he's also won the United States title once in this show. And another champion, our last one, is the World Heavyweight Champion, Kurt Angle, the wrestling machine, the only Olympian in wrestling history. Kurt Angle in this show is nothing to brag about. And currently, we're going to introduce to you, of course, he may be retired in real life, but in this show, his memory still goes on, the legendary Heart Stopper, Shawn Michaels. currently, in our show, he's a 3-time World Heavyweight and a 3-time AAW, making him a 6-timer in total. He's won the Money in the Bank outside of our WrestleMania against a fellow superstar. He used to be called the Ninja, but now we call him by his original name, Christopher Daniels. We'll get an update on him soon. Shawn Michaels currently is one of the superstars that forms the DX stable with the Game. Triple H. Here's our original Triple H with the knee pads. When you see this model of Triple H, you can tell by their chests that they are different. Look at his chest, and look at his chest. This Triple H in our show is also a 3-time AEW and World Heavyweight Champion. He, of course, forms the stable, as I said, with his partner, all the way over here, Shawn Michaels. Triple H has been one of the best in this business, like he is in real life. Next to him is another, he's also a created superstar, which we like to call Demise. We have no idea what this superstar's origin is in real life. If you guys have any idea who he is, please comment on it. Next, we have the most electrifying man in sports entertainment history, The Rock. He may not wrestle in real life, but of course, we can't have a show without the great one. My co-partner will tell you about his history.
He's a 5-time NEW champion, a 2-time tag team champion with Rikishi and Umaga. But Rikishi's in the bag. And that's pretty much it. He is former Royal Rumble winner with Chris Benoit of 2008, I think.
Yeah, it was 08.
As if you see the highlights, they both touched the gun at the same time. It was one of the best Royal Rumbles of all time.
They both touched the ground, but they were both declared the winners, thanks to Mr. McMahon's word. And speaking of Mr. McMahon, you can't have a show without one of the longest camera appearing people in any show's history, Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Alongside is his daughter, Stephanie. Yeah, we have the figure too. Both of them control of this company, AAW and NEW. Yep. And we have Luther Reigns, an original model. Hey, face up, Luther. Yeah, like that. Luther Reigns in this show has really yet to win a championship. He's been brought back by another superstar, Christopher Daniels. But right now, Christopher Daniels ain't really here. We will show you his camera appearance later. This is AJ Styles. AJ Styles in this show is also a 5-time NEW. He once teamed with Team Benoit, but decided to break the stable to go on his own to win the championship. Basically, I've told most of what we have to show. As you can see, here's Stone Cold Steve Austin. He doesn't really wrestle on our show like he does in real life, but trust me, he still makes camera appearances, and when he does, you know that he always raise hell and then leave. Alright. And oh yeah, almost forgot about the young yet talented Maven. In this show, he's kind of like a fair main eventer, a mid-carder as you may. He's been trying to win the NEW Championship since the last WrestleMania, but a fellow superstar, The Rock, always thwarts his plans. Let's see if you continue watching the show, you might see that his dreams may once again come true. For the time being, this is most of our wrestlers currently, and here's more of them in the bag.
You got Carlito and some others. We got a lot of them, but they don't show that much in the show because they're not like, we don't use them as much.
Yeah, but trust me, you will start seeing us soon. Alright, I gotta end the video because YouTube has their little 15-minute time limit. Alright, be sure to rate and comment and tell us any of your ideas. Alright, until then, enjoy our shows.